Yes. Welcome to my brand new YouTube channel, Bugsy Online, with myself, Bugsy, one half of the duo, Young T and Bugsy, if you didn't know. And yeah, man, we there, flipping. This has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to make a YouTube channel, probably, I want to say, since probably like 2021. But to be honest with y'all, I didn't really know what I wanted to do on YouTube, what I wanted to focus on, what type of content I want to create. Do you know what I mean? Like things like that. And I'm a type of person where like I don't like to stop and start things, or I don't like to do things that I know I'm not going to be fully like 100 on or like commit to in it, because then I won't be consistent in it. So like my biggest issue with starting a YouTube channel, that, and obviously me being a rapper, like just time in it. Like most of my time is spent either in the studio or like shows or like just music related stuff. If not that, I'm chilling with family in it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, for me, time, like I've actually got the time to do this in it. And I feel like this year I kind of realized if I'm gonna do something on YouTube, I may as well do something that I'm actually a fan of and actually invested in. And I've just kept on thinking like, yo, the best idea for me to do is literally do a channel that's basically based around boxing, because most of you wouldn't know, I'm a massive fan of boxing. Obviously the boxing was on last night, flipping Eubank and Ben 2. Gonna do a video literally after this that's gonna be about that fight and basically my thoughts on the whole flipping fight. And let me just say that for the video. But yeah, flipping, I'm a big fan of boxing. Like I'm a massive fan of boxing. Like most of you, like I'm saying, most of you wouldn't even know that, but I'm a massive fan of boxing. A lot of my YouTube algorithm is boxing. So like from anything from flipping Ade Oladipo to flipping Fight Disciples to Undefeated podcast to Porky's Corner to flipping Boxing Beats and Rhymes. Like Boxing Beats, like Beats is literally my favorite one. Like Beats is my favorite YouTube like content creator. Do you know what I mean? Like I watch all of these videos, I watch all of these lives all the time. But I consume a lot of content, even Hatman, people like Hatman. Blue Collar Sports, I think he's absolutely hilarious when he does these fight like breakdowns. He's absolutely hilarious in it. But yeah, a lot of my actual YouTube algorithm and things that I actually watch every single day is boxing stuff. I'm very like, I know what's going on, especially in British boxing. I'm a big fan of British boxing in it. So I thought, if I'm gonna make a YouTube channel, let me make one that's kind of around something that I actually like, I'm a fan of, because then it won't feel like, how do I say it? It won't feel like work to make content, because I literally watch this content all the time. I discuss this content all the time with my friends who are also into boxing and things like that in it. So it's like, it just made the most sense. So that's what the channel is going to be basically predominantly about. I'm also going to include like music stuff like as it goes along and whatnot. But obviously I'm going to get you guys to help me with how I'm going to do it, because it's going to be like a work in progress. And I don't want to like flipping say it's gonna be strictly this, strictly that, but it's gonna be predominantly about boxing. I wanna create like a boxing hub on this channel where like different fight fans, different boxing fans can, and even if you like music as well or whatever, like if you know man from man songs and music or whatever, I want you to like be able to still watch this content and be like, bro, I didn't even know that's what's going on in boxing and this and that. I wanna kind of have like daily updates. Like on my social media, I want to have daily updates on my social media. On my YouTube, I'm gonna have like weekly videos, like basically like fight breakdowns, fight predictions, what's going on, breaking news, things like that. Just things that I actually watch in it. I just didn't want to make a YouTube channel where like I don't know, like I couldn't really commit to in it. And I feel like with boxing, because I'm actually genuinely a massive fan of boxing, like I watch a lot of big matches. I've went to a lot of different boxing matches, and even with me doing music and being a fan of boxing, there's a lot of similarities that I see in music and boxing, if that makes sense. So for example, like I feel like with being a rapper, like with doing music, I feel like you're only as good as your last hit. Does that make sense? You're only as good as your last hit. So like if I don't know, you had a hit, I don't know, 2 years ago, and you haven't had a hit since then, it's almost like you're not that good anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Even though you might still have the talent, but maybe that period of time, that music, that sound has moved on, or it's changed, or it's not the same era anymore, innit? Or there's a new sound that's bubbling right now, innit? So like whatever you was creating doesn't mean it's not good anymore, but it's just not what the people are tapped into. With boxing, it's like you're only as good as your last fight. Like even with the fight that just took place, literally last night, Eubank and Ben, like, alright, cool. It was a one-sided display from Ben. Obviously, Ben was crazy. Like Ben absolutely destroyed him. I don't think he even fought a masterclass. I don't think Ben's performance was a masterclass in boxing, but he just completely outclassed Eubank on the night. But literally 5 months ago, when was it? In April, same arena, same fighters. We seen what Eubank done. I'm trying to say, but it's like now, I know everyone's going to be saying, obviously, I think this as well, but everyone's going to say Eubank is completely done. He needs to retire. I don't want to see him in a boxing ring again, this and that, just because he had one bad fight. Obviously, he's had a previous bad fight with against, what was it, Liam Smith against Befair, but obviously, he came back. He had like two wins on the bounce, then obviously, I think was it 2 wins on the bounce or 1 win on the bounce? No, he avenged his loss to Liam Smith. Fought some guy on a Riyadh season card. He wasn't really anyone of note like that, but he beat him. Like, it wasn't like a stressful match or difficult match. Then obviously fought Conor Benn, beat Conor. Then obviously in the rematch he's lost, but his performance was absolutely terrible. Now it's like he's done. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But at the same time, he could have a fight literally 6 months, 9 months down the line and still be back to what we've seen or know from Chris. And obviously if he moves up in weight or I don't think he can do 160 anymore. I think that's ridiculous, isn't it? But yeah, like that's one of the reasons why I feel like I even have an affinity towards boxing as well. I see a lot of similarities, even with things like with music. Your management, your team is very, very important. Like, you could be a talented artist, like absolutely amazing, so sick bars, sick melodies, sick voice, sick everything. You've got the whole package, but you just don't know how to market yourself. You just don't know the right people. You just don't know who can put you in the right rooms. I feel like it's the same with boxing. I feel like there's some like fighters out there that are absolutely amazing. Like, they're sick, but they just don't have the profile because they don't have the promoter that's backing them. Do you know what I mean? Or even if they do have the promoter, I feel like some fighters don't get as much backing as other fighters, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's similar in that as well. And with music, it's all about you. Does that make sense? So like, I could go studio literally every single day for a month. I can make 40 songs, 60 songs, and out of that 60 songs, I'm only gonna release 3 in a year. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it's not so much the same like that now. That's more like back in the day when we was coming up. Do you know what I mean? It was more like you're dropping like 3-4 songs a year. Do you know what I mean? Like that was kind of like the routine. That was the scheduling. With fighters, you can be in the gym all the time. You're always ready. Always ready. Like, do you know what I mean? You're sparring, looking absolutely amazing and sparring, doing all of this, but you only might fight 2-3 times in a year. And the public only can judge you and go off them 2-3 fights in a year. It's the same way how if you do music, the public can only judge you, the fans can only judge you off them 3-4 songs you drop in a year. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're an artist that you drop a lot more. Do you know what I mean? So even things like that, I feel like that's when I started getting into boxing. So just how I even got into boxing is a whole different story. Like, it's a very, very cool story. I'm probably gonna tell on the channel sometime in the future. That's gonna be a separate video. But it's a really cool video really cool story how I actually got into really liking boxing, like, properly. But yeah, like, the fans can only judge you off them 2-3 fights in a year, and the fans of music can only judge you off them 2-3 songs in a year. And it's just them small little similarities that made me like really like, I don't know how to explain it, but maybe like connect with boxers. Like, I feel like, no, I respect them more. Like, I rate them more. I don't know whether it's 'cause I feel like a similarity in some of the aspects of my career and what their career is, even though it's complete 2 different things. Like, there's a similarity. There's things where like it crosses, isn't it? Do you know what I'm gonna say? So yeah, that's what this channel is gonna be mainly about. A lot of boxing talk, latest news, latest info. Like I said, fight predictions, post-fight analysis, things like that. And yeah, man, just me literally giving my opinion on what I thought on the fights and what's going on in the boxing world and fights I'm looking forward to, and just things, all things boxing and things like that. I'm probably gonna add later on in the channel, I might add things like studio vlogs. Like, if you guys want to see that, like maybe man in the studio, maybe like some day in the life stuff, like stuff that man do and things like that. And I've got a lot of plans for this channel. In fact, I've got a series that I want to do on this channel. That's going to be coming very, 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 very soon. So just stay locked in and stay, make sure you subscribe as well. And to get used to saying all of this stuff, make sure you subscribe, like and share and comment in the comments. And yeah, man. But yeah, this is my first video on the channel. I hope this video hasn't been too long-winded and I haven't just been rambling on. I do kind of do that sometimes. I do kind of ramble on sometimes, but yeah, I've tried to keep it as brief as I could and I can. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you on the next video. I've got another video dropping literally straight after this. Gonna be about the Eubank and Benn fight. what I thought about it, all of that jazz. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you watch the next video. Love, much love.